What's going on with you? Wanted to chop it up on a different note, something that a lot of people are familiar with me for, and that's speaking on like biblical stuff and life in that regard and stuff like that. So before I really get into it, I just want to say what makes me feel that I'm qualified or that I should just you know go in this go down this avenue with this type of information. Why should I produce this type of content? And why do I feel that people who are now in tune with me and my channel from mainly battle rap, although there are other people who, would like to hear this kind of stuff. Why would I produce this type of content on the battle rap channel? Well, I know people who tune into battle rap aren't just in tune to battle rap. And I want to share my piece. I want to share my piece because I feel that, if anybody should be talking about this stuff, why not me, right? I pay attention, you know, sometimes. So as I walk through Clinton Hills, share with you some of my thoughts in regards to the Bible and how it relates to life and whether or not the story holds true. And another one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because there's a brother named Delano Edwards, right? That's out there. And salute to Delano. He uses the Bible to reference the flat earth, right? The concept of the flat earth, right? And when the flat earth is spoken of, it means that the earth is a plane. Like I can go 360 degrees and circumvent the earth this way, right? Like that circumnavigation, like 360 degrees in rotation, right? But not like on a ball, okay? Because if we were all on a ball, sticking to a ball that was spinning, and this stuff about the water spinning in different directions from the different hemispheres wouldn't make sense. Like none of this stuff makes sense, when you really analyze it. So, um, the Earth more or less is a flat plane, maybe enclosed in a dome or some type of structure like that. Who knows? I'm not exactly sure, but I lean more towards it being flat plane, and he uses the Bible, Delano, to reference that. So what I want to do is talk about, some of the things that I think the Bible is alluding to, and and if it does it really correlate to like our real lives today, to the lives of people today. So let's start off with Genesis. In Genesis, right, we get into the creation of the earth realm as we know it, and how we as people, or how our ancestry was supposed to inhabit the plane, right? And it was laid out for them simple and plain: be fruitful and multiply, right? That's what it was translated to us as. So when we analyze this and take it in the literal sense, which a lot of people try to say we should not, I beg to differ. I say that we should take this in a literal sense, because if we do, would we fare to be better off? I think that we will, because if we look at being fruitful, being full of fruit, fruit is the food of man. Phonetically, very, very close to food is fruit. Phonetically, meaning when you listen to a word, does it sound like another word? Can it sound like another word? And phonetically, fruit and food are very close. I'm not saying that they're symbiotic or one and the same. However, fruit, in my opinion, is the most optimal fruit, or pardon me, food for the human species, women, men, children. And why? I say this because it's full of the nutrition that comes from the earth. And you put it in your body, you consume it, and you get nothing but the nutrition, right? Yeah, we have GMOs and inorganics and all of that stuff. However, if that's your rebuttal, then what about the other things that we consume that are not whole foods? Aren't they most times from GMOs or inorganic or not filled with nutrients and devoid of enzymes and so forth? So if that's the case, then why not even eat a regular corner store banana, or a bunch of those instead of potato chips or something that would be non-beneficial to your physiological makeup, your biological makeup. So, and then you multiply. Being fruitful, then multiplying. Meaning that if you are healthy, when you're healthy, you procreate and have prodigy children that understand life, how it's supposed to be lived, living in health, have a healthy womb, what we call a womb, or we need to come up with a better word for womb, right? Like nursing area, or, mother sack or something, I don't know, pause. But the mother needs to be healthy. Fruitful will be the best way to go. Why? Because then her breast milk will be filled with nothing but nutrients. Instead of today we have, all kinds of abomination inside of our mothers, right? Like a friend of mine was just complaining, or not complaining, but just basically lamenting, saying that, there's a young lady that he knows that just drinks Kool-Aid every day, goes to the store and buys Kool-Aid, make tap water and Kool-Aid mix and white sugar, mixed it up, big half a gallon, drink it down, buy another one the next day, and that is very unhealthy. And so, I'm not trying to tell somebody what to eat and what not to eat, but at the same time, I want you to think about the decisions that we're making and know that the help that we're looking for is at the end of our own arm. And if we choose to put non-nutritious products into our bodies by way of hand to mouth, we're liable, susceptible to creating disease in our bodies and our minds, as our bodies and minds are connected, as our souls and our spirits are connected. So what a lot of people aren't realizing is that disease is hand to mouth. That's where it starts. So from babies, we're not only taught misinformation to mislead us, so by the time that we're able to think for ourselves, we're already off course, right? We're also misfed, right? For an example, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you're not already subscribe. Not always this deep, but if you appreciate the deep talks, then if this is considered deep to you, then I appreciate you. And so, just want to not get like people on camera. That's why I'm walking like this way real quick, because I see people walking up and don't want to necessarily get them on camera. I'm walking through Bed-Stuy now, right? But like in closing, yeah, like I was saying, I lost my train of thought. But as I walk by Clementine, I think about my hashtag that I created, BQ Eat Fruit Podcast. Hashtag BQ Eat Fruit Podcast and hashtag BQ Eat Fruit Blog. As a little mouse just rolled through here. Right? Clementine is a fruit, like a kumquat, A-verb. If you watch battle raps that I sunblock for this kumquat. And, as he's a vegan, I guess vegan battle rappers could appreciate, battle rap enthusiasts could appreciate, A-verb utilizing some of his vegetation intelligence on Loaded Lux, Mr. Everything is Healthy. All right, I forgot what I was going to say to close it out, but stay tuned. Again, if you like the Deep Talks, if you think this is deep, appreciate you. Subscribe, like, share. Let me know in the chat what you think. If you don't want me to talk about this stuff, say, yo, cut it out, create another channel for this. I appreciate you either way. Textiles, Brooklyn, salute. Oh, yeah, TRBRC, man. Don't forget, Cassidy Arsenal, slated for October 6th in Philly, URL. Stay tuned.